everyone. We are going to, now that we learned a little bit about the northern lights or the aurora borealis, we're going to make a project using oil pastels. And I'm going to show you guys some really cool tricks for using oil pastels and to get some blending with the oil pastels. So the first thing you're going to do is take your white paper and you're just going to cut a shape off, or a line, I should say, going across your paper. And remember, the northern lights are nature, so you want this to not be perfect and even. So I just did kind of a wavy line. Zigzag would work too, whatever you want to create. You're going to cut that off and just leave that on your desk because we're going to make a lot of scraps, so we'll throw those all away later. Then you're going to move your black paper over just a little bit, and you're going to choose 1, 2, 3 colors to color the edge of the paper, the top of the paper. Now, when you're choosing colors, what goes together is colors that are close to each other on the color wheel. So if you sing the color wheel song, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, those colors that you sing next to each other, so like red, orange, yellow, those 3 colors I know would work very well together. So I'm just coloring the edge and I'm kind of blending as I go. And I did a little bit of red and a little bit of orange, kind of almost in a pattern, but again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe I'm even gonna blend a little bit of orange over here where I didn't have any yet. Okay, so now you're gonna take that paper, and you can see I just colored the edge of it. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna set that on top of my black paper, but I'm leaving a little bit of space at the top. Now what you're gonna do, I'm gonna give everyone a paper towel, and you'll just put the paper towel on the edge of your finger like this. That way your finger doesn't get all messy. And you're just going to swipe up, swipe up. And what you're doing is taking that oil pastel, and look at, I popped through the paper towel, so just kind of loop it over your finger again. And you're taking the oil pastel and you're wiping it off your white paper onto the black paper. And when you're done, it looks like those glowing lights that you see in the winter for the northern lights. And I'm just kind of going back over it again to get more of the oil pastel off. Okay, so you can see it's very light and kind of shimmery. Now, the more oil pastel you put on, the more that you can obviously get off. Okay, so now I'm going to cut off that piece, and I'm going to do the same thing all over again. And maybe this time I'm going to change my colors. So again, move your black paper so you're not coloring on your black paper. And maybe this time I'm going to do purples and blues and even maybe a little bit of white in there, but not much white because you're going to put snow in here too. So I did blue, and now I'm going to do purple and some more blue and maybe some white in here too, but not too much white. And then the oil pastels will kind of mix together on their own a little bit too, which always looks really beautiful. That's the thing I love about oil pastels. And I'm pressing pretty hard. I mean, not hard enough to break my oil pastel, but hard enough that it's really getting a good amount off. Now, when I put this on, you can see my red and orange. I'm moving it down and leaving some space in between the 2 colors, okay, or the 2 lines. And it's nice and organic. You want to make sure that you're not doing this perfect. You want it to look organic and, you know, like it was made in nature. Okay, so now I'm going to take my paper towel, and again, I'm just going to start underneath and swipe up. So the point is to rub off your oil pastel onto the black paper. So you're taking it off the white and onto the black paper. Okay, and you'll see lighter colors are going to show up a little bit better. So look at how beautiful that is. Okay, so I would say do 4 lines of these. So again, it's just cut off your paper, move the black paper over, color, set it on, wipe it off. Okay, I would say do 4 lines of that. Then at the bottom, what we're going to do is add, I'm going to pretend like I did all 4 of mine already. And now I'm going to add some snow hills in here. Okay, see that? And I'm going to color a little bit of snow hills. And what I'm doing is leaving some room at the bottom to make it look like there's a lake at the bottom. Now, you could do this, and I'm obviously going to color this in a little bit better to make it look more like snow hills. Or you could draw like a pond and color around the pond too. Okay, so whichever you want to do, and you want to really fill that snow in good. Okay, really fill that in. Then what we're going to do, and we'll pause this in between, I'm going to take a little bit of the colors from my sky, and you can see very lightly I'm putting those into the pond because I want to show that reflection. So whatever colors I used in my sky, I'm putting on the ground. A little bit of purple, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue. Now I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm just going to rub those also and kind of smear those. Okay, make those nice and light. So it's hard to pick up on the camera, but it looks like they're reflecting in the pond. And you can keep doing that and putting as much color as you want in there. When I put my oil pastel down, I put it in really light because I can always add more. Okay, and you can smear that too. Now you could also take your pieces and you'll have oil pastel left and you can put that into your pond too, okay? The last step then is to make some trees, okay, with the black. So you're gonna fill your sky and then you're gonna make some trees. I'm gonna show you the trees on the white. So for a tree, you're just going to make a line up, so a vertical line, and then you're going to think about a tree like a triangle shape, okay? We're gonna make some evergreen trees. And you're just gonna go out and back in quickly. And as I'm going down, I'm making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so think of it like that triangle. Then I do the same thing on the other side to kind of match it up. So out and back in, and you can kind of do it in a curved line. You know, it's, again, this is nature. You fill it in how you want to. Then I go back and I make the middle just a little bit darker like this, okay? So you're gonna do that on your black paper. Now, I don't have my sky all filled in, but I'm going to show you one really quick just so you can see what it looks like on here. And if you don't have a black oil pastel, there we go. If you don't have a black oil pastel, crayon works too. You can use black crayon. Marker is not going to probably show up as well, and marker won't go over oil pastel, but crayon might. Okay, so that's our Aurora Borealis project. I put some extra ideas into our slideshow. So you can add animals in here if you want to, or snowmen. I love when you guys create your own details. So have fun with this. I hope you guys really love it. Oh, and don't forget to put your name on the front too in oil pastel so we can see it. All right, bye.